Hello everybody, this is TaterHater540 and welcome back to Let's Play The Illusion of Gaia. Alright, in the last episode we got a letter from King Edward to come to the castle to bring a crystal ring to him that we're unsure that we previously had. Um, Once again I apologize for the bad sound quality in this episode, or in the last episode, and I hope that it actually turns out a little better for this one. And I did lie. Actually, we do have a few things to do here in South Cape before we leave. Namely, getting the first 3 red jewels of the game. If we head back into the school, we go up these stairs over here at the end. There is actually a couple of things up here that I want to introduce. The first being this glowing orb over here. These are save points, so it's a portal into the dark realm, right? Okay, so we teleport into it. And here we are in dark space. And now the big Medusa head there, that is Gaia, the namesake for which the title of the game is taken. You can talk to her, and she'll ask you if you want to record what's happened so far, and this is what you do to save. And she also heals you when you do that. And now these little spaces over here I will explain later in the game. Right now I don't really want to talk about it, but it'll make sense after a while, I promise. We come back out, and if we head over here on the top of the school into this little cove here, there's the first red jewel, right there, just hid behind the bell. And we can jump back. We can actually jump back down to the street level from here. Once again, there's a jeweler gem, but we want to go ahead and collect all 3 of the red jewels here in South Cape first before we come back and talk to them. The second one, also very easy to find, is actually in Lance's house, which is this one here. And if we head down to Lance's basement, and this pot right here, there's the second red jewel. Alright, now this third one, I may actually have to try and get off screen because it can actually take a while for it to appear. Basically what you're looking for is that if you come over here to where the hideout is, sometimes if you go in and out of the hideout enough, there will be a fisherman sitting right here with a pot next to him, and that's where the third red jewel is. But sometimes you have to come in and out of here several times before he appears. Sometimes you get lucky and he comes in the first couple of times. Sometimes you screw yourself because you get so used to doing this that you skip him. But since that may be the case, I wouldn't normally do this, but I am going to go ahead and put out a save state on screen. While I normally wouldn't do that, I really don't want to miss him by accident because he only appears once. But I'm going to go ahead and grab this off screen so that you guys don't have to sit here and watch me do this. I'll be right back with the red jewel. Okay, we're back, and after, actually only about a couple of minutes and going in and out of that door, we finally get this guy here. And so we're going to go ahead and steal out of his pot. Red jewel. Okay. He lifted the strange teapot. Okay. Well, there we are. There we have it. Though they're only the first 3 red jewels of the game. There's a couple more to collect. I'm gonna try and get through this next section in this episode. It may be that I might have to cut it up a little bit. Just depends on how fast I can move here. But on that note, say goodbye to South Cape because you're probably not going to come back here for the rest of the game. And aside from talking to some of the family members and getting a little bit of background history on some of the characters, there's really nothing else to do here. So on that note, goodbye, South Cape. Okay, this is the world map. We don't have to actually do any moving around in the world map. All you have to do is just pick where you want to go. The only place we can go right now is Edward's Castle. And you get this fancy little animation of Will walking across the land. I love the music of this place. It's so regal. Alright, the soldiers come up and stop you. This is King Edward's castle. I must report this intrusion. Dude, I walked in the front door. Ha! Well, I got a letter. Guest of the king. Oh, I'm sorry. Right on. And now, the next red jewel of the game is actually given to us by this guy. When you come over here, you wait for him to go around this pillar here. Okay, and then you talk to him. It says, don't raise your voice and mind your manners. In exchange, I'll give you one red jewel. Boom. That's the next red jewel. If you push the select button, opens up the inventory. Neglected to explain some of this in the last episode. You can hold 16 items in your inventory at any given time. That's it. As you can see, we have the Lola's Melody, which we'll have to equip to use from this screen. We have the 4 red jewels that we've collected thus far. You can also, You can also rearrange your items, you discard them, and you can see your stats. As you can tell, since we haven't even fought anything yet, we have 8 whole HP, which is not very much. Strength of 1, defense of 0, and a dark power of 0, which all of that I'll explain later. We can also, when we get dark powers later on in the game, we can come over here and have the game explain what they do and how to use them. But like I said, we may see some of that in this episode, we may not. I do have a bit to cut out for me going in and out of the cave, so we might have some time. But anyway, if you head upstairs here, all the way up to the 3rd floor, you can talk to these guys. He has a crush on her. See, I love you, and she's like, oh, he's shy, but that's cool. She doesn't say I love you too or anything. Run across this bridge, which, by the way, has this beautiful landscape that looks totally flat. Over to Kara's room. This is the princess's room. Strangers can't enter. Who is it? Kara comes over. A guest? Just some shabby kid. Hey, it's me. Oh, that voice. Let him in or I'll tell everyone your old nickname. Whoa. On that note, go right on in. It must be really embarrassing. Yesterday. I was told to bring a crystal ring to King Edward. Whoopee! Oh, never mind. It's terrible. Again, my father is trying to take something important from someone. I've escaped from the castle before, and now they won't let me go out. Well, gee, I wonder why. Recently, something very strange has happened in the castle. My mother hired a famous hunter. It's ominous. Princess, let's go. I feel scared. My father and mother seem to have changed. Please save me. Take me out of here, please. Sorry, dude. What if I don't want to take you out of here? What's in your room? Do you have anything valuable? For a princess's room, this is actually pretty small and plain. But anyways, so we head back out, all the way back across this stupid bridge. There's a lot of sections like that in this game that are just excessively long for you to run across. Go all the way back downstairs. And we come all the way over here. Go in this door. There's the king and queen themselves. Let's give them this jewel that we were supposed to bring in. Your Will, you look so shabby. Why is everyone always talking about how terrible I look? Did you bring a ring? Yeah, I did. Good, an honest lad. Give me the ring. ... What? Are you lying to me? Throw this impudent weasel in prison. Oh, we actually didn't bring the ring. Ha! Oops. Then go to Will's house and find the ring. I like how we came all the way here and didn't bother to bring this ring. Will tries to appeal to the queen to save him, and she's like, did you say ma'am? She's totally unimpressed. Well, shit. Now we're in prison. I wonder why I have to suffer so. I wonder what will become of me now. Anyway, I have to think of a way to get out of here. Yeah, there's really no short way to do this part of the game. Basically, you have to just examine everything here. And you examine the ball and chain. Someone was chained to this ball. Yeah, someone was. And you're like, you can examine the moss. Moss has been thousands of prisoners. To encourage any sign of life. Talk to this moss over here too. It's locked. Let me out! Let me out! I'll use my psychic powers on you. Like I said, there's really, like, you really just have to wait. uh, during this part in order to get anywhere, but there's really nothing else you can do. Yeah, finally, eventually they throw some bread down to you. You can eat it. Taste some of the bread. The bread is hard. It's the worst thing he's ever tasted. He actually misses Grandma Lola's snail pie after eating that terrible bread. So then we wait a little bit longer. Time passes slowly, but the long day is ending. It pains me to think of the prisoners' feelings, not knowing what they should do. While I was trying to think of a way out, I drifted off to sleep. Sleeps on the rock floor, I suppose. Familiar voice speaks from a flute. Hey, Will, this was your father. Holy crap, my dad is talking to me via this flute. Dad? You were a cute child, but now you've grown up. Isn't Grandma Lola's pie delicious? Yeah, okay. Sure, Dad. Where are you? I can't tell you now. I have something to ask of you. Listen. No, you deserted me! Okay, well, be nice. I want you to save me. I, too, was once held in the cell. Look at the left-hand wall. Oh, dude. What is that? Okay, anyways, that's a dark soul gem, which I'll explain in a little bit, but you use your psychic powers and grab it. This. Have you heard anything from Grandpa Bill? Grandpa, he was an architect. Grandpa knows the secret of that stone. Starting now, you will encounter a terrible thing. Do I have to? So childish. Pick up the stone your enemy left. The power of the crystal is contained there. That power will prove to be your ally. You must make a pilgrimage to the ruins of the world to find the mystic statues. The closer you get to the crystal, the stronger the evil power will be. Will, no time, quickly, first to the ruins. Flute's voice fades and disappears. Alright, so Dad says we have to go to all these ruins to get these mystic statues, and that's actually what, kind of what governs the various dungeons of this game. Alright, so Hamlet, the pig that destroyed our house, comes up. I wonder if this is Carrot's, but well, he's the only pig in the game. But look, there was a letter and a key tied to his tail. The letter read, Sorry to hear that you're in prison. It's terrible what my father's done, but hear what I have to say. I, too, am a prisoner of silk and gold. But tonight I will leave the castle forever. You will also be free. We have the key. The key. Alright. So now that we have the key, we can unlock the door. Oh, we have to equip it first. Select. Items. There we go. There's no keyhole for the prison key. What? Oh. Steel over doors with dull sound. Alright. Well, now that we're out of prison, come over here and there's a dark gate. We can come over here and we're going to go ahead and save while we're in here. Record. Yes. Right on. Well, we can't go in that cell evidently, but there's somebody in there. See, like half of a soldier in there. Oh well. Anything in the barrels? No. Alright, welcome to the first dungeon of the game, and the first fight of the game is with that bat down there. A button attacks. We haven't actually been able to attack before, and if you would kind of do the double tap the D-pad and then hit the attack button, you do like this leap. Let's see if I can do it. There we go. Yeah, that's like a jumping attack. Beat the shit out of this. As you can see, we do 1 damage now. But that's okay, because these guys are all pretty weak. I want to go ahead and say that it is in your best interest. Jewel will appear. Yeah, that's actually what he was just talking about there. It is actually in your best interest to go ahead and kill all the enemies in a room, because you'll get power-ups from that that'll actually permanently affect your stats. As you can see, that one was a life power-up, and our player health bar up there at the top left actually increased by 1. They always look like eyeballs to me. I don't know if that's what they're supposed to be or not, but that's always what they look like. The eyeballs indicate 2 health apiece. They're like small as 1 health, big as 2. and as your health goes down, they'll like decrease. Um, well, I checked our. Let's see what our timer's at. Our timer's at 12. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here for the first dungeon. I know that there wasn't really a whole lot of content in this episode, um, but I do have some of that cave exiting and entering to cut out, so we might be able to do that. Anyway, join me next time, and we'll break out of prison. That's a great thing to say. Here on Let's Play Illusion of Gaia. See you next time.